Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and I'm excited to share with you the latest install to my G82. Over the weekend, we took some time and we actually installed the Moton coilovers by Kies Motorsports. Now, if you haven't watched one of my latest videos, you can watch it up here. I break down what we did prior to installing the Moton kit on my G82. My brother-in-law and I and a few friends went out to Willow Springs running Streets of Willow clockwise, and we basically tested out the OEM suspension. We did that to just kind of get a feel of a before and after situation after we installed the Moton coilovers, just to see how the OEM M suspension can handle at Streets of Willow. Now, Streets of Willow is a very technical course. A lot of turns, a lot of corners, a lot of handling situations, more so than Button Willow. And I want to also say more than Chuckwalla. Those are the nearby just road courses that are around my area that I could easily have access to. And Streets of Willow is one of them that for me, I actually learned on that track how to track. Now, I have a whole video on that. You can watch it up here and it breaks down exactly what we did out on the track prior to installing this. Now, the next step is to take this car, how it is, to Streets of Willow again and see how it compares with overall handling, traction control, and also see if I improve on time. For reference, my time on the OEM suspension was a 131 personal best, because prior to that I hit a 137, which I know a lot of you that track out there are probably like, bro, you're still slow. Yeah, I know I'm still slow, bro, chill. But I think with me and the G82 and how it sits, I could probably go under the 30s. I don't know, I'm still learning. It's probably like my 7th or 8th track day. And I'm still getting the feel of this car. Anywho, let me break down for you just what we did on the installation. And I'm gonna turn a little bit of a curveball here because honestly, Kies Motorsports did a phenomenal job on their installation video, but I'm gonna talk about the things that I dealt with my brother-in-law, Augie, and also our good friend, AJ, on the installation. So I took some basic notes that could help you with doing the installation. Now, Kies Motorsports did the installation, and they obviously have a lift, but they made it very simple for you to do it at home with a jack and also jack stands. Now, some tools that you may want to get to do this job properly are the following. Now, I don't want to say that you need these tools, but honestly, why struggle and why make your life harder? In fact, if you're going to be working on your car, it's just good to have these tools in general. I was fortunate that my brother-in-law and our good friend just had these tools with them, and they made the installation just seamless, right? Now, obviously, I would consider these guys like almost professional because they've done this job on their cars so many times that they were in and out in probably less than 2 hours installing the suspension coilovers on my G82. Now, here are some basic tools that you may need. Torque wrench. I know I said it differently before. I think I said like torque drill. Yeah, I'm gonna get roasted in the comments, and that's totally fine. Anyways, torque wrench, ideally digital or click style for accuracy. Socket set, including a 16 mil, 18 mil, or 21 mil, and an eTorx sockets. I would get like a package that includes various sizes because you never know, you may need it. Also, you may need an Allen wrench set, right? Wrenches, especially 17 millimeter, a 19 millimeter, open box for end links. A pry bar, helpful for lower control arm tension. Jack plus jack stands or a quick lift. I mean, the jack stands, the ones I have in my car are 3 ton, which can handle up to 6,000 pounds. And honestly, my car weighs, I have a photo of it, 3,600 pounds. It's a heavy car for what it is. And these stands are perfect for it. I got mine at Harbor Freight. You could drop your recommendations down below. Spring compressor, if you're reusing OEM parts, not usually needed for this Moton suspension kit, but if you're using like KWs or any other ones, you may need to compress it, so that may be recommended. But for this Moton suspension kit, you don't need it. Kies Motorsports did a phenomenal job on their installation video, and why duplicate someone else's efforts, right? But what I do want to do is add on to that, is that whenever you do any sort of suspension work, right? Ride height, steering, wheel angles, it's important for you to get your car aligned. Like if you're installing H&R Sports Springs, it's important to get in alignment. After it settles, like if you're driven it over 50 to 100 miles, it's important to get your car aligned after your suspension has officially settled within your weight. Even if you think the car looks fine, you may be experiencing issues after the math if you don't get an alignment. Issues like uneven tire wear, steering pulling left to right, crooked steering when driving straight, vibrations at speed. And also one thing to note, if you hit a pothole, you may want to get your alignment checked, because that's what happened with me when I took my car to get it aligned and corner balanced. The mechanic asked me, hey, did you hit a pothole on your rear left? And I'm like, you know what, I don't know, but I might have. He's like, yeah, your camber is totally off because of you hit something or you impacted the alignment. It's just off. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. So that may alter your overall alignment. So it's important to get that checked out, especially if you're tracking your car. Now, with our G82s, you do have to unplug the EDC, the electronic dampening control. You may have to just remove all the cabling, because at this point with your Moton kits, you won't need it anymore because you're gonna be doing all that control manually. When you get your car aligned or corner balanced, they're gonna ask you questions like, hey, what are you gonna be using it for? What's your majority of a driving style? I chose for a specific style of driving, which is obviously 70% street and 30% track, because I do want to be set up for the track and I want a pleasant driving experience, because this is my daily. I show up to, you know, my client's workspace with this car, and I don't want to just eat up my tire tread wear. So I asked for a balanced setup, something that's justifiable for tracks like Streets of Willow and also Button Willow, because those are the two road courses that are around me. And I did head out to the alignment place with my racing wheel setup, and just as empty as possible, like if I was going to the track, because all that weight actually matters. I got a specific camber setup, alignment, ride height adjustment, dampening, and rebound setup specifically for my specific driving style, which is street and track. The place that I went to was Shoeworks, and Rob out there, and the guys, thank you so much for taking care of me. Rob is just an amazing guy. He has a wealth of knowledge. He's been tracking for so many years, and now he helps people like myself getting your car aligned and corner balanced properly. Let me explain to you what alignment is and also corner balancing. A wheel alignment is a process of adjusting the angles of your car's wheel so that they set to basically the manufacturer's performance spec. It assures that your wheels point in basically in the correct direction. They sit flat on the ground and work together properly. The main components that are adjusted are camber, which it adjusts like the tilt of the wheel inward and outward when viewed in front, the toe, the angle the wheels point in or out when viewed from above, and caster, the angle of the steering axis from the side view, which affects steering, feel, and stability. Now, why does all this matter? It prevents uneven tire wear, improves handling, keeps your steering wheel centered, essentially after suspension modifications like coilovers. What is corner balancing, also known as corner weighting? The main definition here of a corner balance is the process of adjusting the suspension, preload, and ride height so that each corner of the car carries the right amount of weight, especially important for performance driving or track use. What does it require? Well, a set of 4-corner weight scales and adjustable coilovers like the Moton Kies one-way setup. The goal of doing a corner balance is to have equal cross weight distribution. Left front, right rear versus right front plus left rear. I hope that made sense. Balance the car's handling dynamics under acceleration, braking, and cornering. Now, why does all this matter? Basically, it's to improve traction and balance, prevents orb-like behavior, random floatiness, or mid-corner unpredictability. Now, I'm really excited because my car is sitting real nice. It's not too low, not too high. It is lower than the OEM suspension. Unfortunately, with these Moton kits, I'm gonna scrape regardless. And I even thought about removing my front lip, but you know, the mechanic, Rob at Shoeworks basically said, dude, you're gonna scrape regardless. Just keep the front lip, put something on there to protect it if you can, but just be mindful of when you're going up driveways and just, the road, just be careful, be more mindful because your car is lowered. Now, the car feels amazing out on the street. Honestly, I would say it's even more comfortable than my OEM suspension. With my OEM suspension, it was a lot more rough. The handling was not as, just stiff or responsive. Now with the Moton, I feel like it's driving like a different car, like a whole new car basically. And I'm excited to see what it does now at the track, especially at Streets of Willow where it's more technical. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm excited now to take this out to the track. I'm in love with just how the car is sitting. Here are the specs of what I got from Shoeworks with my alignment, my negative camber. I think I have like negative 2.5 in the front, negative 2.6 in the rear. My dampening and rebound on the Moton is adjusted, I think at 5 clicks. Out of 12, And is it 12 or is it 15? Yeah, I'll put it below. But it's an adjustable area, balanced area where I'm comfortable in the streets, and also it's gonna justify really good on the track. So I'm excited for that. Check out True Works out in, I believe it's La Habra. Check them out, they're phenomenal. Make your appointment, let them know that you saw this video. And guys, again, thank you so much for watching. The next video in this series is taking this thing out to the track, which I'm thinking I'm gonna head out in May, because April is pretty full with my schedule. Got some travel going on, but May looks like the month that I'm gonna head out. I'll keep you all posted on my Instagram and YouTube. So guys, again, thank you so much. If you have any questions, drop a comment and I'll catch you in the next video.